Death Watch.
Welcome back. So, at the end of last session, you had gone down this giant pit opening up on the surface and encountered some strange sort of membrane that sucked you under, and you fell down into an underwater, an underground pond, I guess, small lake. And after a struggle and Fenrith almost sinking to the bottom, you were able to all get to shore here, and you find yourselves in this cavern, and you had heard a loud roar coming off, it came from the east, but echoed off of all the walls. It sounded bestial, and there we are. So what do you do?
Are you able to identify animals by their sounds?
Maybe if he's heard them.
Yeah, it's pretty clear immediately that it's not an animal.
Knowledge nature to take a guess?
Yeah, go ahead and roll. So, if somehow a grizzly bear could roar and a rock could give its cry at the same time, that would sort of be the sound you think you're hearing now.
I think I know what it is, but my character does not.
Well, if it's a bear, then you need to be up front with that trident so we can set it.
Yeah, but when we've done that in the past, we always miss the ready.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It also just like goes around.
No, it's pretty clear that there's something more to this than a normal animal.
Is it pretty clear that readying for a charge will work?
No.
Oh.
It's not clear.
But yeah, I'm fine with that. I'll be up behind, not with you, but...
If you want to be... we know that something's up ahead, so if you want to actually take the lead, I'd be okay with that.
Is
Me and
anybody
Graham.
in need of healing?
What was it?
I said me and Graham, so that way he can keep an eye out for traps and whatnot.
Yeah.
If there's any, yeah.
Do you want to do what you do with that wand real quick?
You need healing?
Casimir, you, and me. I think I don't want to go into an unknown with any damage.
Okay, I'll pull out the wand and let's do Casimir
See
first.
if he magic bursts on this one.
So you go to, you pull out your wand, and all of you, you hear like a scraping, and you look over and see some form shambling out of the darkness toward you.
From which direction?
Oh, you'll see.
No.
There's only really one direction.
Unless there's,
Well, it's all gray.
like, undead things in the water or something. Or
True.
what are they, like marrow or... What are, like some sort of aqua type thing? Murlocs. Oh, sorry, had to do it.
Somebody pulled aggro from half the continent away.
You just triggered a bunch of WoW players, including John.
Oh, no, triggered myself, too.
Yeah.
Them dang bastards. Trying to just walk near any body of water, and that's all you hear.
Yeah. Or just walk in general. You just hear it from further off as soon as you leave a city, they aggro you. Huh? Well, he looks friendly enough.
Blood Hulk.
Yeah. Oh, no. Unless
I
you
identify
zoom in. Don't zoom in on him. Now he's not friendly at all.
All right, so what comes shambling out might once have been human or elf or whatever, but now it's a bloated, disgusting horror with distended veins sprawling across its livid skin, and scraps of rotting cloth are all that cover its swollen body. Its empty eyes are fixed on you, and it lurches forward, swinging its massive fists. So it's like bloated to the point of almost popping, like you've seen animal carcasses get on occasion, or, in particular, a specific memory of a whale beached back at the village and nothing to do for it but let it rot and let the animals take care of it. And it stank for a long time, but it got bloated to such a degree that it exploded eventually and popped rotten guts all over the beach. And that's what you're reminded of when you see this thing. So everybody roll initiative.
You know, I think that he's just trying to open the bathroom door like Brandon does. The way that he described the walking, that's what it reminds me.
I think that membrane might have actually just triggered us into a new reality, and we're actually in Left 4 Dead.
Oh my god. I rolled a 17. That's the highest I've ever rolled in initiative.
Congratulations, John.
I'll probably still last, though, huh?
Looks like you're second.
Oh. What will I do with myself?
You're going to have to delay so that way you can heal us all.
I'm the cleric now.
Alright. Not
All right.
very good at sneak attacking, but
So,
I'll try.
Graham, this happens just as you are reaching in for the wand. What do you do?
Yeah, so I'll spend that move action to get it out, and a look of alarm will flash across my face, but I'll click on my haste boots. Well, I guess I'll hit him with that first. So I was using the wand. I made the use magic device check. Does anything need to happen, like a percentile roll before I...
Yes, 1 second. Now you're clicking on your haste boots,
Yeah,
and that will last for 10 rounds.
I have 8 rounds left
Okay.
for today.
All right, roll a percentile in the tower, please. So you made your roll to use it properly, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you go to use this on Fenrith, you say?
No, on Casimir.
Or Casimir, and it works just fine. Just how it's supposed to.
All right, here you go, Casimir.
Thank you.
And I guess I have a 5-foot step left.
Okay.
That's it for me.
All right, that will bring us to Fenrith.
So are these squares 5 feet still? Or do they count as something different?
They are 5 feet, yes.
So I will click my haste boots on, as I have 9 rounds left for the day.
Okay. Put haste on you. There you go.
And then I'll move out to here, and then I will pull out my hero/holy symbol and attempt to turn undead.
Okay. And just a reminder for everybody should have hero points. Don't forget about those. All right. So you pull out your holy symbol to attempt a turning. So roll a turning check, which is...
It's a 1d20 plus charisma.
Right.
So
Nice.
Okay. And all right.
oh, add 2 more to that because I have 5 ranks in knowledge religion, so it's a 21.
All right. Now roll 2d6 plus your level plus your charisma modifier.
No,
Oh, no.
that was bad.
All right. So you pull out your holy symbol and you utter some words of power. And bright light bursts forth and sweeps over that undead before you, and you can see its skin start to bubble and smoke rise from it, and this sound of utter agony bursts forth from it, and you know that your turn has been successful. It will turn and run away.
All right, and then I will end my turn.
Okay. That brings us to you, Casimir. So you watch that, but, so it's going to turn and start to move away, but right now it's still there.
All right. So you didn't outright kill it?
No,
Okay.
it was,
Do I know that it will eventually come back or anything like that?
I've told you that you guys that when we were in the
it's happened before. Yeah. That affects that things can bring them back around. You know that.
So I'll move to there. As part of that move action, I'll ready my trident.
Okay.
And I will cast shield on myself.
Right. So you know that even getting too close to it can break the effect.
Okay. So shield goes off, and that's the end of my turn.
Okay. All right. So you have shield on. How long does that last?
A while. Let me check here.
Yeah, I got it's 60 rounds. So what is that? 10 minutes or something? Minute per level?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so I think you guys can attack him. I can't get within. I can only get up to 10 feet away.
All right. So, who has the light source?
I think we all do. It's from our armor right now.
Okay. All right. So then, Fenrith and Casimir, you recognize that you should be able to see further than you can, but it's still dark up there. And you do hear a lot of moving, a lot of shuffling, gravel and rocks, and, footsteps of a sort. You hear that back behind that darkness. Let's see.
Now, John, you said we can attack it without it breaking the spell? Okay.
So it'll flee for 1 minute. If it can't flee, it'll cower. It says if I approach it within 10 feet, it'll break the turn. And then says that you can stand within 10 feet without breaking the turning effect. You just can't approach them. You can attack them with ranged attacks from at least 10 feet away, and others can attack them in any fashion without breaking the turning effect.
Okay.
All right. And then... Yeah, so out of that darkness, another one comes shambling. It's doing this odd run, sort of where the knees don't really bend and it looks like it might fall at any second, but it's approaching at fast speed. And it comes to slam you with its fists, Fenrith.
Okay. I'm not a door.
Are these medium or large?
It's medium.
Okay.
All right, yeah, so it comes shambling forward and swings this giant swollen fist at you, but misses. And this one that you had turned, it turns and runs away.
Did that same shambling odd run.
Mm-hmm. And that brings us to you, Rohan.
Okay. I'm going to pull my bow out as I move forward. I'll move up to here so I can get a view of the Blood Hulk fighter and take one shot as a multi-shot, or a many-shot, I guess it'd be. One attack, 2 arrows. So is there anything I need to subtract from the damage or anything?
Yeah, you need to add 1d6 for each arrow. Yeah, so you fired 2 arrows?
Yeah, 2 arrows with 1 shot. So
yeah.
Same time. All right, so added the 1d6. Oh, wait, it added it to the electricity damage. It should still show the damage. So there's the first one, and there's the second one.
Okay. Yeah, so you move forward and you let loose 2 arrows and they thunk into it, and you can see as they stick in that pus and bile and who knows what else just basically explodes out. Just a horrendous, unrealistic amount of it. But aside from that, I mean, looking at its face or whatever, it seems to not even have noticed. But yeah, definitely your arrows did damage to it.
Okay. And that was my turn.
All right, so another one comes shambling out in this awkward run to attack you, Casimir.
All right.
Would I get an attack of opportunity with it moving past me like that?
Nope.
It was all an illusion.
Yep.
Light plays tricks down here.
Yeah, so it comes just running, like a kid who doesn't know fighting, so it's got its fist wound way up and
Just running like this.
throws it forward at you, but misses. So now it's real close to you. You can smell its rotted stink, and you can hear this sort of groan that never stops, just under its breath, and swings this fist, and it whooshes over your head, but has no effect on you. It's actually pretty easy to dodge it. And then you hear more shuffling behind you, or not behind you, but back in the darkness. This one seems heavier, and a really big one comes tearing out of there. Still with that awkward gait as it shuffles forward, but it's got, this one is,
Jeez.
Yeah, this one's a large creature, and
Does it look humanoid still, or human still? Or
Yeah.
Was it
well,
something
yeah,
else?
yeah. I mean, it was humanoid. It
Okay.
looked like it might have once been like a hill giant, like the Bagas that you
Okay.
came in contact with, and its skin looks like it's about to burst and rip away. And it's got thick veins running across its body too, and here and there it pulses and shifts with a great quantity of fluid. So you can see, the skin underneath sloshing around as if there's, fluid under there fighting to get out. And it throws its big meaty fist at you, Fenrith. Yeah, so this one hits. So this fist just slams right into your chest and does 25 points of damage to you.
Wow.
Okay.
All right. And that brings us to you, Graham.
Okay, I'm gonna run up behind Fenrith. Wait for healing, Fenrith. And
Cleric!
I'm gonna try to use that wand again. Here's my use magic device. I failed it though, so nothing happens. I'll pull my dagger as
stabbed in
the
the
move
head.
action though, in my offhand or switch hands or whatever, and that's it for me. Oh, set my dodge. I will choose Blood Hulk Fighter 3.
Okay. All right, that brings us to Fenrith. So this fist slammed into you, and you felt it like right in your breastplate, and it's slammed against your chest, and snot bursts out of your nose, and you see these big, bright white spots in your eyes. Like it definitely hurt. So now it's your move.
So I'm having trouble finding it. If I'm already within 10 feet and I use Turn Undead, as long as I don't approach, it won't break it, right?
Right, because its turn will come after you, and it has to flee.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I will attempt another turning.
okay. All right, so make your turning check.
Can I use a hero point to re-roll?
Yeah. Yes, you can. Go ahead and use it.
Okay.
Just double click on it in your character sheet there.
Oh, nice.
So why didn't it read?
Yeah, so it's 1d20 plus charisma.
And it doesn't use it again.
Well, what's your charisma bonus?
Well, it's charisma plus the +2, so there's +4 added to it.
So 11. All right, so now go ahead and roll turning damage. 2d6 plus cleric level plus charisma modifier. Okay. Right, so you pull forth your holy symbol again, and light bursts forth, and it sweeps over number 3 here, and it sweeps over the giant as well. But with the giant, it doesn't seem to have had an effect, but it does on number 3. And what else? Is there anything else you'd like to do?
No, that counted as my attack action.
Mm-hmm.
It was,
Okay.
there we go.
Casimir.
All right. I am going to wield my trident in two hands. I'm going to -5 to it to increase the damage.
Okay.
And the second attack is going to be a trip. So I'm going to roll them both and -2 from the second one, okay?
Okay.
So let's see what we got here. So the +11 one is actually a 11.
A total 11.
Yeah.
All right, that hits.
All right. So I'm going to attempt to trip him on the second one, but here's the damage for the first one that hit, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, add 1d6 to it.
Okay. I'll do that here. Plus 1d6. And then strength or dex from him to resist being tripped.
All right, so what you can tell, both everybody now can plainly see that because of the composition of its skin, piercing and slashing does more damage than it normally might. And then, so you're trying to trip, so we'll do what, strength here?
Okay. Ooh.
And you're successful.
Something's wrong there.
Hmm.
No, okay, it's right. Okay. So it's prone. I get another attack as part of the feat. I got a -5.
Hang on, let me put the effect on it. So you see, okay, there you go. Go ahead.
14.
That's a hit.
All right. And that's my turn.
Okay, so you do another 34 damage to it, and it's on the ground, wriggling around, trying to get up, and just putrid pus and blood and who knows what else keeps pouring out of it, unrealistic amounts of it. Now, you did your first attack, and then your second was a trip.
Mm-hmm.
Is that
The feat,
should you have added damage there too for the second attack hitting?
the D6.
No, like what I'm wondering is you do an attack, and if you hit, you can try to trip, right?
Yeah, attack opportunity. It's a touch attack.
Yeah.
Trip them. And then as part of the feat, I get
got
an
you.
immediate
I got you.
attack off opportunity. I forgot the 1d6.
That's okay. I'll add it.
Okay.
It's another 2 damage there. So despite the damage that's been done and the signs of the damage it's taken, as with most undead, they don't stop until they're stopped. So,
Yeah.
but that brings us to this guy. All right. Okay. All right. So this smaller one that you had turned, it flees, and that one continues to flee. So, Rohan, your move.
All right, so I'm going to step up, do a 5-foot step up behind Casimir, target the big one that's attacking Fenrith, and unload 3 arrows at it.
Okay.
Why didn't it look like it targeted it?
Yeah, you hit it. All 3.
Okay. Damage incoming.
Nice. Ranger fireball.
Yeah, so you stick these arrows in there, splattering gore and viscera all over the ground in front of it.
Hopefully they're coating Fenrith too, just for fun.
Boy, I've never done anything
Oh,
to
wait.
be grateful.
Yeah, but you have to.
Didn't apply the damage to it. Let me...
Yeah,
30, 45 damage total. And
Yeah.
did you roll the extra 1d6 for each arrow?
yeah, that's what the extra D6 is on
Okay.
those.
All right.
I always imagine you as like a clean freak.
I'm not.
Well, not anymore.
Isn't that Graham?
Yeah.
Are you? I know you've got your routines, but
Well, I suppose.
All right. That's Rohan's turn. And now,
maybe it's just the shiny cleric thought.
Yeah. He might be becoming more of a clean freak. He might have started off more as like a, because we were elemental worshippers.
this one will stand up, Casimir.
All right. I'll take that attack of opportunity.
Okay.
What do attacks opportunities operate on? Or is it your base attack or your... Okay.
Your highest part.
Yeah, your highest.
All right.
Nice.
Well, I'll roll that again because they're immune to criticals,
It
right?
is a hit, but yeah, go ahead and...
So I'll do that to get rid of the critical.
I'll say,
Yeah.
so roll a 19, another critical.
So there's that. And then that. There's something going on there.
Yeah, something weird is happening with all this.
That shouldn't have been plus 17 there.
Did you still have your plus 10 for your...
Well,
Yeah.
I still have that.
Yeah.
But,
That would still be on, right?
well, it's just a
Till
modifier.
your turn?
Yeah, till the beginning of my next turn, but I didn't input it there just now because it should have been plus 10.
Oh,
so I
got
should
you.
only have plus 11, but it's showing plus 17 there.
Okay.
And I don't know why that's happening. And then it'd be plus 10 on top of that. So it would have been 21 instead of 26.
Okay. And then you rolled the D6,
Yeah.
which comes out pretty even, actually.
Yeah, pretty close.
27 damage. Okay. Yeah, so then it'll swing at you.
Okay.
So yeah, it stands up and you slash or stab or whatever, and you do severe damage to it some more, but it continues and takes a swing at you that misses. And now Fenrith, this giant will swing at you again.
Okay.
So its giant fist slams into you for 25 damage again.
Okay.
And that brings us to Graham.
All right, so I'm going to try that healing rod again. I succeeded on the check. Here's your percentile roll.
All right. It behaves as normal.
And here you go, Fenrith.
Thank you.
That's it for me.
Okay, brings us to Fenrith. So you're in dire straits now. So this thing's definitely hurting you badly.
All right. I will attempt another turn check on it. Roll a 16 and a 15. Doesn't even show it. And then roll a 9.
All right, 9 plus what?
That doesn't matter. This is plus 4. Because it doesn't add that stuff either.
Well, it does matter, right? Because that puts you with a roll good enough to turn a creature that's your level plus 1. So it, even though that doesn't sound like a good roll, it does what it needs to. Now you just need to get turn damage enough to equal its hit die. So go ahead and roll your turn damage. So, you hold forth your holy symbol and light bursts forth, and this time it does affect it, and its skin starts to sizzle and smoke, and it screams in agony. So you know that it will flee at its earliest opportunity. Anything else you want to do on your turn?
No, that'll be it. That looks right. Right? As in, when you get
Okay.
yours in,
Casimir, that
you
brings
just
us
put
to
it in
you.
there, right?
All
Is
right.
it-
Same
yeah.
thing as last time.
I know that cancels.
I'm going to just do a full attack. No trips or anything this time.
We'll just have to look at it later.
With a -5 to hopefully give myself plus 10
Have
damage.
anything in there.
Let's see. Looks like both missed. Or
Well, hang on. That first, I forgot to take his prone off.
Oh.
So that first one would have missed.
did it stop after the critical? Is that what I'm saying? Or am I not all the way down?
All right. So the second one was a hit, though.
Okay. So
Is that your trip?
no, I'm not tripping.
Okay.
So this is supposed to be at plus 10. Okay. And that's my turn.
All right.
Oh, yeah. There.
Yeah. So with that attack, Casimir, you, slash or stab into it, and it just pops and explodes and gets, gore and rot and decay and pus and blood everywhere. Let's see if I can. Yeah, so it covers you and Rohan.
Oh, I shouldn't have stepped up.
Yeah, you guys are completely covered in this filth and it stinks, but it's not having a, game effect right now.
Right now.
Rohan, your move.
So I'm going to step back this time instead of forward and unleash another volley while trying not to be sick from being splashed by an exploded, desiccated corpse. All right. I don't know why it's not counting him as being targeted. Yeah, it says I'm targeting, but it doesn't show whether it hit or not. Did all three of those hit?
So I guess technically Graham and Fenrith are also covered in all this gore from the exploding undead that Casimir destroyed. Yeah, all of your shots hit.
Okay. First, second, and third. Not as good as last time, but still pretty decent damage.
Yeah. So these arrows thunk into it, and it's already in the act of... Are you done?
Yeah, that's my turn.
All right. So it's already... You mostly got it in the back and shoulders as it goes shambling off with this moan escaping from it as it disappears into the darkness. And now, after it's gone, the cavern returns to quiet. So all you can hear now is the thumping of its footsteps as it stomps away.
Casimir, should we go hunt them down?
Yeah, there probably isn't too much of an option. There's only one way to go.
Yeah.
Okay, so the enemies have fled or been destroyed and have left you in silence now. What do you do?
You want to either get me with the wand or I can get myself with the wand.
Give that here. Kong.
I'll try it.
All right.
And then
Still targeting
Casimir,
you?
do you want to immediately follow after them to try and put them down?
They'll be back, so...
Yeah, if we can catch them while they're still fleeing or trying to hide, then it'll be a lot easier to take them down than...
Well,
Did it work?
if they're going to come back, we might be able to lay a trap for them.
Okay.
Maybe do that.
Brandon, I was going to use that obsidian
Okay,
rod on
Yeah, that-
Fenrith again.
it behaves as normal.
Probably one more.
All right, it's going to happen again,
Get
Brandon.
yourself to...
I missed it, though. I'll be like, it's not working this time. Maybe you
This is
ought
all-
to do it.
Yeah, I'll grab it and I'll try to get...
Maybe you should hold off on me. I feel like the average roll on that plus its bonus, just on a numbers thing.
It's
Well, and one hit from one of those big ones is going to hurt you a lot.
That's true, but that's going to happen whether I'm fully healed up or not. Because how much damage do they do to you? Like
25 each hit.
Yeah. I mean, I'll survive one.
Did that work, Brandon?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not. I can't stop you. You're the.
Fenrith, how long will they flee for?
We've got about a minute, so 10 rounds.
And same
What
back.
is it? A 48?
Hold on, I'll look at it. A 7. You use 2
Is it
charges
critical?
off of it.
Yeah.
I don't really have
Yeah,
anything to set a
48
trap with.
plus that particular one is 7.
Okay.
Well, the only reason I don't want to immediately go chasing after them is we don't know what's ahead.
True.
So there's no choke points.
Well, no, not that you can see because your vision isn't going as far out as it should.
Perhaps range ahead a little bit, see if there's a better area to fight them. If not,
Yeah.
come back
take
to this
2 off
shore.
of there.
And
It doesn't matter. I only needed
Yeah,
14.
we won't go
Thank
too
you.
far, but yeah, we can head out a little ways.
so me and Rohan are going to do a little bit of scouting,
Okay.
see if we can find a better place to fight these.
2, so 26, so
All right.
exactly at 0. All right. You want to take 2 more off of there, and then I'll hand it back to you.
Feels
It
lighter.
was just a bink, bink. Here you go.
Oh, you used 2 total?
Yeah, 1 for you, 1 for me.
Okay, I took them off then. Oh, come on.
And then we'll follow you guys.
Well, we're only going to be ranging out for like 30 seconds.
Yeah, so it was 12, 6, 6.
Yeah.
And then we're after you guys.
You should still be able to just see us from where you are.
Nope, because we can't see as far. You're
somehow-
in the darkness.
Disappeared my
We're glowy too.
the
Depends on the darkness, I guess.
charge count from that item, Brandon. I don't know what I did.
What's that?
but I'll put it in my notes.
Um,
I made the counter just disappear somehow. The fumble fingered it away.
All right. But you know how many you have?
Yeah, it's in my notes.
is it because it's not equipped?
Did I unequip it?
I swear I did that as well once, but I got it back.
Yeah, you could because you're in combat, or down at the bottom where it lists.
Well, I mean, just happened. Like I went to edit it, and then I
Unlock it, and I believe that will let you.
I can't unlock it. And then I
Let's
looked
see.
away, and I looked back, and it was gone. There we go.
Did you find it?
Brandon unlocked it.
There you go.
Thank you. So that change staff has to make that staff, it's specially prepared, and it costs money. So we'll have to do that first before I can use it, right?
Doesn't the scroll take care of the component part?
I think it's the exception is expensive components. So spells with a listed gold piece cost in its material components.
All right. So you guys go to range out and take a look at things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just for like a half a minute, see if we can see a place nearby that we can set up a better defense.
Oh no, it says it doesn't require any.
Yeah, that the maker of the scroll should supply everything, right?
All right.
If it's cast on an item, in which case this one is, then I have to have that item.
Depending on what the staff is, we might not be able to make it then.
Let me take a look. I think it was just like crafting checks when I was looking at it. So, must be a sound limb cut from ash, oak, or yew, then cured, shaped, and carved, and polished, a process requiring 28 days. No check listed.
Oh, I think, could I use my hero craft for making like spell component stuff, or would it
Yeah.
be spellcraft?
Yeah, no, you can make it work.
All right, so yeah, next time we find a tree.
And then, Brandon, at some point I'll need a tree ant, potentially, that I might throw into battle with this scroll I have.
Oh, I got you. Okay. All right. So, Rohan Casimir, as you range forward, you're able to see the area lit by your light source, but you don't have the shadowy illumination past, or the dim light past that.
Okay.
So like something seems to be playing with the light in here, but as you walk forward, you've got a relatively bare stone ground, and you seem to be in a pretty big cavern because you can't see any walls really, except for the one you'd already seen before, the one below you. So you get to here, which is not all that far up ahead, but you notice that some things you hadn't had time to notice before. The floor is smooth in the way that it would be if it was made that way from, people moving over it. It's not smooth in the way of people making it that way on purpose. So, it's still got its pits and, cracks and things like that. But, all those normal sharp points that a cavern floor would usually have been worn smooth. And you've got right about where you're standing, you can see evidence of tracks, as in, well, I guess you'd never seen those before, but you've got depressions on the floor that run in a straight line, and they move back over towards the water. Like there might once have been cart tracks here, like rail cart tracks.
Oh, that like actual like railway type.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the ones that are in the haunted mine back home that none of you have ever been into, but you've heard the descriptions and stuff. And so, they would take metal tracks and lay them down and put wheeled carts on them, and it would hasten the process of getting ore out of the mine and supplies into it. And so that's what you're reminded of when you look at your feet, that there might once have been tracks down on the ground.
No, makes sense given the chain.
Yeah. Do you want to split up and you go a little bit north, I'll go a little bit south. We try and watch the outside and then head back to the others.
Yeah. So
yeah, I'll move down kind of this way.
I'll move this way.
Okay.
Kind of keeping each other in view, but spreading out so our light covers a little bit more.
All right. So,
And we can probably see the Eviscera trail from the big guy.
yeah, you can. It's all over the floor, and it's headed east.
So can we still see the other two that were back by the water?
Yeah, because their light meets
Okay.
up with yours. So, who's that up there? Casimir. All right. So here's what you see. So as you walk that way and your light pushes forward, you see where it meets the wall, and then you see something standing there, and it's immediately eerie because it's standing there perfectly still, but almost like a breeze or like a tree in a breeze. It's like its arms and legs, its head, none of that's moving, but it's slowly swaying like ever so slightly. And this thing, it's a large skeletal humanoid. Let's see, it's like, let me get its size. Yeah, so it's like 8 feet tall, and it's much skinnier than you'd think it ought to be. And it's dressed in nice clothing. It's not rotted scraps like other undead. These are nice leather. It's got like a duster and leather boots and a nice coat sort of situation, nice collar. But it is, you can tell immediately that this is an undead, right? Because there's parts of its skin pulled so tightly over the bone that you can almost see through it.
Mm-hmm.
And other areas where it doesn't have skin. And it's got this odd head where bone seems to have grown in like a sort of like a sail almost, and this rounded sail that sticks out the top of its head. And it has those dark red glowing eyes that so many undead seem to have. And as you step forward and your light comes across it, those eyes slowly turn onto you. And then at the same time, Rohan.
So, polling, guys.
Okay, so that's what you see up there, Casimir, and then we'll show Rohan what he sees. When you move down, first you see that the trail of bile and rot and blood sort of took a curve to the south, a pretty sharp curve to the south, and you can actually see in your mind them shambling in that odd run they have and then trying to turn, and how they would have not been able to turn very sharply. You can see their footprints in it, moving down towards the south.
Okay.
And so let me uncloak it for you. And as you step forward and your light pushes out ahead of you, then you see the two smaller ones, the two smaller undead that had run.
Okay.
And they're standing next to a figure. It's a figure that's familiar to you. I mean, it's clearly a bugbear, but this one looks much different. It's so different from other bugbears that it took you a moment to realize that that's what it was. It's tall, obviously, but it looks clean, and its eyes definitely show intelligence, and you recognize it right away because it's absent in the bugbears you've come up with. This one's clad in very well-crafted black full-plate armor, and it's got a large shield in one hand and a morning star in the other. And those are both well-crafted as well. And they've got a black tint to them, but also this faint red glow that you can only see sometimes.
It's the same kind of red glow that we saw on the halfling and the elf.
Yep.
Okay.
So he's standing there, and he's flanked by these two smaller undead that had run, and they no longer seem frightened. And
Okay.
he's looking at you, and he's got a smile on his face. You can clearly see the filed, pointed teeth, and there's no question as you look at him and he looks at you that you're looking at someone who is absolutely evil. Just hatred and malice drips off of his countenance there. And another thing that you notice is that he's got a medallion on that's hanging loose. And it really reminds you of Fenrith's holy symbol in a way. Not that they look anything the same, but, it's got a design on it that's clearly not just decorative, right?
Okay.
So he has, a thick cloak, and you can see at his belt some javelins, 3 javelins in his belt. And you think you saw a little glow come from those as well. And so that's at his belt along with a pouch. And then you see some scrolls there when he shifts his weight a bit back. His cloak pushes aside a little. You can see some scrolls there. But let's see, notes. What languages does Rohan's just common and Elven? So he says something that you don't understand. And these, the 2 undead flanking him lurch forward immediately. And at that same time, you can hear the thick pounding footprints of that giant moving back in your direction too.
Okay.
And then you hear that sound, Casimir, of those footprints stomping back in your direction. And at that moment, like it came awake, this thing that you're looking at rises to its full height and it starts to stride forward. So let's do a new initiative.
Come on, fear, play out in dice rolls. It did not. But yeah, as soon as he says that and they start moving towards me, I'll kind of yell at Casimir, Casimir, back to the others.
Okay.
Not knowing that he's also run into something.
All right. So, Casimir, this one starts to stride forward towards you. And one thing that stands out amongst the rest of it is that it's got abnormally long arms, which is not odd in and of itself because a lot of undead don't follow a proper form.
Yeah, they're kind of stitched.
But its fingers are, a foot long each. They're these razor sharp. You can tell because the light glints off of it like in the cartoons. But but you can tell they're sharp and they're each like a foot long. And so when it raises its bony arms and starts coming towards you with these fingers, you can tell that it's not going to be fun to get struck by those. But he starts moving toward you.
I'll implore him not to.
Yeah. And it's a large creature. And to your surprise, he attacks from here. And those fingers, they just shoot out faster than your eye can track it. And they come shooting towards you. He doesn't, just his fingers, they just extend. So we'll do his attack roll. But luckily they miss. So you can feel them slide right past your head. And then they just shoot right back to normal length. But it gives you a sense of the danger of this creature. And that'll bring us to Graham. So you hear not much. I mean, you did hear Rohan say, Casimir, back to the others. But you can see a large shadow out beyond Casimir moving towards him. It's clearly in the shape. You're not seeing the blood like you normally would. So that gives you a sense that it's not a living thing. But just the shadow you can see, it's clearly a creature moving towards him. It's not like a trick of the light. And you can make out Rohan, but not what he's looking at.
Okay, I'll click my haste boots back on, get that going again, and I'll be like, Fenrith, something's coming. And I'll pull out the Wand of Magic Missile and ready to use the Wand of Magic Missile for when a target's fully visible.
Okay. So you would have haste you had what, 5 rounds left?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Rohan. This one comes charging towards you.
I'd rather it didn't.
You got to implore them not to.
No. I implore it not to.
See, it worked for mine. He stopped well enough away.
Yeah.
And this one hits you. So it's got this big, oversized fist that where the skin sloshes around from the liquid underneath it. And it almost seems like it'll soften the blow, but you take 11 damage from its fist slamming into you. And that brings us to Fenrith.
Oh.
All right. Let's go back in time for 5 seconds. So, Rohan, you also saw
There's more.
at the foot of that bugbear, you saw a body lying there. I mean, it might not be 100% accurate to call it a corpse, but I mean, it's a body that's not moving, and you can't make out details of what it is, only that it's, probably about, it's well over 6 feet tall and muscular and definitely a fighting man of some sort. And it's dressed in red. So that's just one little description I wanted to put in there. Now back to you, Fenrith.
All right. So I will move. I believe it's to there. One back. Could you add my haste boots bonuses back on? Because I hadn't deactivated yet. As I forgot to deactivate.
No, I took it off for you. Otherwise, it would have been used up, and that wouldn't be fair. So, anyway, you had 7 rounds.
Yeah. So I'll activate haste boots and then move to there,
Okay.
and then it's 45 feet away. Where is it? I'll use my circlet of blasting. Let's see it in here.
Brandon, what is the line of sight distance for my ready action?
You can see everything that's been
Revealed.
unmasked. Yeah, there's enough light in different sources to reveal all that.
Okay, so mine will go off. I'll just take it after Fenrith's done, though.
What were you readying for?
So, go ahead.
I readied the wand of magic missiles to use it on an enemy.
Oh,
when they
right.
appear.
So hang on, John. Let's just get that out of the way. So you can see that Blood Hulk Fighter 3.
Yeah, do I need the percentile roll for that wand?
Yeah.
All right, so here's the use magic device. First,
Okay.
there's your percentile.
All right. It works as intended.
So a couple missiles fly out and strike the one that attacked you, Rohan.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah, so you see those streak by and slam into it. Now, Fenrith, go ahead.
Okay, so it's a ranged touch attack against Bone Claw? Or which one's attacking? Is Bone Claw attacking, Chris?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It was,
Stabby with the fingertips.
Yeah, go ahead. Do your range touch attack then.
it says my range is a +8. Is that?
What's your base attack
Oh,
plus dex?
Yeah, no, you're right. Okay. All right, so 29.
All right. So your circlet lights up and a ray of light shoots forth and hits this thing.
So this is undead.
Mm-hmm.
Is it particularly vulnerable to bright lights?
No.
Okay, so it's just let's see, that would be 2, 4, 6. So 66.
That ready action changed my initiative count to 15, by the way, Brenna.
Okay.
So, Brandon, is the one that attacked me the one that I had feathered with arrows?
So 16 damage.
Yeah.
All right. So 16. So this beam of light shoots past you, Casimir, and slams into it and singes its shoulder. And you recognize that, where that came from. Now, what did you ask?
Is the one that attacked me, is it already damaged? Or is it the one that hadn't been hurt yet?
This one has been hurt.
Okay.
It's been damaged.
Which I think
There's this.
that must have been the one that was attacking Fenrith that I shot with a couple of arrows.
Mm-hmm. All right, so Fenrith, is that you're done? Okay.
Just past it.
Rohan, your turn.
All right, so I'm going to move 30 feet back so that I'm back by Fenrith, and then do a mini shot at the one that I just left that had been attacking me. It would provoke an attack of opportunity. I don't know if the undead get attacks of opportunity.
Oh, yes, they do. And this gets its special ability that it has, immediate kill. And you die.
Special ability should be for him to find himself suddenly climbing a wall.
I knew it was coming.
That's just as good as instant death.
It does swing at you as you move back, and it hits you for 6 damage.
Okay. And I will turn and fire on it. Doesn't matter, though.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, automatic miss, so
yeah.
it happens to the best of us.
Yep, 5% chance, no matter what.
All right, and...
So yeah, that's my turn.
Okay.
Let's pass it on. There we go.
All right. I'm going to disengage.
No, hang
Oh,
on.
wait a sec. Sorry.
Yeah.
No.
Let's see. All right, so this Bugbear, he says some things, but, he's got his weapons ready, but he doesn't make any moves just yet. Now it's Casimir's turn.
Disengage. Back towards Fenrith. Oh, come on. Yeah. And that's my turn. Could I hear the bugbear?
You could hear that he's speaking.
Okay.
Not enough to pick out any words.
Got to group up for that fireball that's coming our way. So, Graham?
Yeah, I was gonna come make the four directions. I'm the hero of the West in this case.
So that giant comes lumbering back into view again.
I don't like that thing.
I'm worried about what it might be, because there's that one undead that can grab magic weapons and shatter them.
Mm-hmm. Guess I'll put Bloodtooth away.
Quick, Rohan, grab your dagger.
We'll assume Casimir said that out loud.
Oh, yeah.
I read about a...
Okay, and now we're back to this Bone Claw.
Bone claws ready.
No.
That's going to be in your head for a while.
Yeah, that's not going anywhere.
Then you'll hurt your voice trying to say it when you randomly...
And it will attack you again, Casimir.
All right. Oh, -5 from my shield for the turns, right? We were about 30 seconds, right?
Yeah.
Or, yeah, it'd be about half, yeah.
Oh, I got for the duration.
Mm-hmm. Sorry about that. I meant to do that on my turn.
All right, so it raises its hand again, and these claws strike out at you.
All right.
But miss again. And it's Graham's turn.
Oh, man. Because just as a question, is it something you can do to turn off the jump to me on the map when it goes to my turn? Like kind of change it, moves the map around. I don't know if you can. But anyhow, I'm going to move up and close the circle. And I will cast Displacement from the Ring of Spell Storing on myself.
All right.
And that's going to be it for me.
All right. 1 second, and I'll set that up for you. So
I had it.
You don't like it jumping to you?
Right, yeah, because I'll have it kind of arranged, all my windows arranged just right. It's not a huge deal. I have to move my map, and I'm like, oh man, I gotta take my pointer down here, click on this thing, and yeah, so.
Yeah, I think there's a setting for that. Okay. All right, and you've got your displacement on you?
Yeah, 50% miss chance, except it's not treated as though I have concealment for purposes of hiding or sneak attacking or whatever.
Right. Okay.
Thank you, Chris.
Mm-hmm. Well, we don't know if these undead can see through it because it's an illusion in this instance, not actual... Or is it? I forget.
It just shifts me like 2 feet away from where I'm really at.
Yeah.
Rohan, this one comes up and continues to chase after you and hits you for 11 damage.
Okay.
Fenrith.
All right.
How do you draw the circles?
Hold.
Right click, and then it's a pointer.
Is it the pointer? Okay, that's it. All right.
You can hold in control and then click both mouse buttons, and that'll do the radius one.
Okay.
And then I think shift in both does the square, and then alt in both does
Was it cone?
the cone. Yeah.
Are you able to see that cone, Brandon?
Yep.
If I did turn undead from there, would that hit the one that's attacking Justin too? Well, do all the creatures in the cone take damage, or is it
If you do turn on, what do you?
turn undead?
Is that what? That's not a.
Or do they? Would they, even if they don't run, would they still take damage?
No,
It's
no.
a 60-foot. I thought it was a cone in front of you, wasn't it?
They don't actually take damage unless their hit die are so low
Okay.
that they can.
Well, let's get rid of that. Let's see. Where did my character sheet go?
But no, it isn't a cone. It's just a radius.
Okay. All right. That.
Wow, 40 foot is pretty big.
All right. I will do prayer. So, as you and each of your allies gain a +1 luck bonus on attack rolls, weapon damage rolls, saves, and skill checks, while foes take a -1 penalty on such rolls. As that'll last for 10 rounds. That's a 40-foot radius on me. And then I will deactivate my haste boots as well.
Okay.
And where is it? There.
All right. So Fenrith, he utters some prayer, and you feel this holy light rushing through you, and gives you a general feeling of well-being. You can tell it's made these undead in here uncomfortable. Rohan, your turn.
I'm going to take a 5-foot step back. I'm going to cast Entangle in that big blue area. I can't see the Bugbear, so I can't target him to see if he's affected. But
Here, I'll fix that. Okay.
I still can't see him. It's in the combat tracker.
Yeah.
There he is. Okay, so yeah, okay. So yeah, he's targeted. And then let's see if this works. Looks like it entangled them without rolling it.
Oh, okay. So what is your
Oh, there we go.
Okay. All right. So it looks like the giant was successful.
One of the ones I really wanted to get.
The
Did
Bugbear was successful, but the others failed. So let's make sure it shouldn't have put it on that guy. Should put it there. Not on him.
All right.
Okay.
And that was my turn. There and on to Savage Bugbear.
All right. And that spell is named Entangle.
Yeah. It's a DC 20 Escape Artist or DC 20 Strength check to break free and move half its normal speed. If they are entangled, then they can't move. And every round on my turn, it tries to entangle them again. Anything that's in that area.
Okay. All right. Let's see. All right. So even if they are successful, they can still move only half speed.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice. I should get my favorite enemy on that Bugbear.
Okay. So the Bugbear, he approaches and reaches this point where he is, and he casts a spell.
Can you see? We don't see where he's at.
I see a weird
I
little
see
man.
a red,
I see the square
red
he's at,
square.
Oh, gotcha.
That's weird.
but there's no token for him. Yeah.
Not now.
Mm-mm.
See him in the tracker.
Well, as long as you can
Yeah.
see where he is. All right, 10 foot. Yeah, so anyway, he casts a spell. And he casts it right here. Can you see that pointer?
Mm-hmm. Right in the center of us. Right? That's what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Quick, implore him not to.
I implore him not to.
Maybe from a fellow cleric.
Yeah, maybe not. Figure ideologically opposed clerics probably wouldn't really listen to each other.
Yeah, they've got more in common than they don't.
Depends on if it's like a Chris Paladin and an evil Paladin.
All right, so
Flame strike?
no, it's just a sudden explosion of sound, an extremely large sound, or loud sound that burst out. And let's see, we need a fortitude save from each of yous. It's not doing it for me, so.
All right.
You get a +1 to that save.
All right.
So I rolled a 12.
17.
30.
Nice. Is it 20?
18.
Oh.
And then with his +1.
So a 20 for me.
Yeah, fortitude's my good one. And then that
Mm-hmm.
amulet of constitution helped a lot.
All right, so everybody takes 7 points of sonic damage. And Graham, you are stunned for 1 round.
That's just
Oh, no.
turn loss, basically.
Pretty much, yeah.
Our cleric.
Oh, yeah, because of the rod.
Yeah. Where are those effects?
And that'll bring us to Casimir.
I'm going to 5 foot to there, and I'm going to attempt to cast mirror image on myself.
Okay.
It rolled it that time, so I succeed at it. That goes away, and what is it now? Is it, I think it's 1d4 plus 2? Not sure. Mirror image. Yeah, 1d4 plus 2. Yep. So 3 mirror images on me, and that's my turn.
Okay. All right, so this giant pushes forward through all the vines and stuff. You can hear him crunching and snapping underneath him, but he's moving towards you guys. And then this guy's going to try to break out of it. You can see it struggling against the vines without probably really having any understanding of what's going on, but it fails to break free. So it's just stuck there. And let's see, this guy. Yeah, actually. So this bone claw just makes a short step forward. Actually, it doesn't need to even do that. Never mind. So this bone claw will full attack Casimir. So both claws come up and shoot towards you.
Did it get an attack opportunity?
No. The bone claw. Oh,
Yeah, because I thought I was stepping out of range of it.
no, it didn't.
Okay.
We're good. Yeah, so it will full attack you.
All right.
But both of them miss. Well, I guess we should see if they hit a shadow, right?
Yeah.
So you've got 3.
Yeah. So 1d4. Want me to roll it?
Yeah.
There's the first one. I was 1. That's
Okay.
usually what I do. And so, yeah, it would hit both of them if it has a
So 2
12,
shadows.
I believe. What's my dex? Yeah, it needs a 12 or better.
All right, so 1 shadow is gone then.
All right.
And It's its turn. That brings us to Graham.
I drop the
Stunned.
things I'm holding and I stand there stricken.
And time just passes you by. So this other Blood Hulk fighter will try to break free. That barely got him. And it does. So it breaks free, it can move half speed.
Yeah.
Is that what the spell says?
Yeah.
And move up here. And what is it? That'll be its actions. And then Fenrith.
Would that hit both of those, Brandon?
Yep.
Okay. That would be okay. So we'll do Flame Strike. So they have a reflex save.
Okay. Let's see. What is the save?
Where do you see that on here?
Was it 10 plus a attribute plus?
Level of the spell.
So it's a level 5. So what? 17?
Sounds right.
Or sorry, 19. As my wisdom's a 4 plus 4.
Okay, go ahead and roll damage.
Okay, let me target. Bugbear. Okay.
Yeah, just roll it. Don't worry about targeting them.
Okay, let me clear. So it does have the save thing in here. Would it automatically make them roll their save?
It would
If
have,
okay.
but we've already gone past that point, so we'll just do it the manual way here. Okay, so do 32 damage. So this column of flame comes out of the ceiling and slams down, washes over both of them. Let's see. And you can tell that it really affected the giant. I mean, it's like burned flesh away and flash boiled some of the goo that's leaking out of him. But it doesn't seem to have as much of an effect as you would expect on the Bugbear. All right. But, I mean, it did definitely hurt him.
All right, and then I'll also draw my sword.
Okay. Rohan.
Trying to see if I can ready a full attack action, but I don't think I can.
No, you can ready an attack.
But I'll take a 5-foot step back, and I will ready until the Bugbear starts to move or cast anything, and attempt to. I'll ready a multi-shot in an attempt to distract him from completing his cast.
Gotcha.
And then
I see what you're saying.
the Blood Hulk and
Does it work that way?
Yeah, if you get
Yeah.
damaged during
10
casting.
plus the damage
Yeah.
dealt plus the level of the
Right.
spell.
Is multi-shot just an attack?
it's a one attack action.
Okay.
But it shoots 2 arrows.
Gotcha. All right.
And then they've got to remake the save on the vines are going to try and
That's what I was thinking too. So I was checking on spell-like abilities and it works the same way.
Okay. So yeah, I got the Blood Hulk Giant and the Cleric. So they're trying to be entangled again. Looks like the Giant failed, so he's stuck.
Okay.
And that's my turn until the Savage Bugbear does something.
He's going to do something.
Okay. That will trigger my mini shot. Oh, still have the... So is a 22. I don't know if I didn't have him targeted specifically, so... Or I get a +1.
Yeah,
Yeah, 23.
and to your damage too.
Yeah, that wouldn't hit.
Okay. Well, it was a good thought.
No, keep it up, man.
All right, so he does cast a spell. He raises his arms and chants some words. And how we'll do this? No. Can you see that line?
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there it
we go.
is.
All right. So he casts a spell, and it doesn't have much of a visible aspect to it, but suddenly a roaring blast of wind starts washing over all of you. Really, really, really high wind. So,
Yeah.
blowing your clothes back and things of that nature. So,
Yeah.
yeah, so that's what's going on. It doesn't cause any damage, but it's definitely blowing towards you. And that brings us to Casimir.
Attack opportunity. I'm going to move up to the giant, or the skeleton.
Could you charge him from there?
I could, but I'm not.
Okay.
And oh wow, 2 20s in a row.
Ooh.
Yeah, so 22 damage. Sees you coming and lifts a hand and jabs you right in the throat.
Okay. Seem to like going for the throat with me, man. I'm going to -5 from my attack to add it to my AC. A little late, but we'll see what we can do. And then I'll attack him once.
Well, it'll be a hit, but roll another attack. Yeah, there you go.
All right.
Why can't we get this many criticals against non-undead?
So, we forgot to roll for shadow.
That's true. You have a shadow left?
Yeah, I believe I have 1, so I'm 1 through 3. Or I think I have 2, right? So, okay, so yeah, he hits me.
Let's see, where are you? Yeah, you have 2 shadows.
All right, so that's my turn.
Okay.
Oh, let me add that to my...
All right, so the giant roars and struggles against the entanglement and breaks free and moves up to here. And that's as far as it can go. And this guy will try to break his entanglement again, but he's not successful. So he's just struggling against them, and now Bone Claw will do a full attack on you, Casimir. So
This is a good thing to that AC boost.
better roll for your shadow.
Yeah, so 12 or better. Oh, yeah, there we go. Where is it?
So you got 2 shadows.
Yeah, so 3 or 4 on him. So that's good. And 1 more shadow goes.
Okay. All right, so you have 1 remaining.
Mhm.
And it's now Graham's turn. And you're no longer stunned.
Can I pick up both the objects I dropped with 1 move action, or must I spend 2?
Well, as it turns out, the wind is powerful enough to blow them, so you will be able to pick up your choice with 1 move action, but not both.
Okay, so I'll pick up the Wand of Magic Missiles, and I have been thinking along the same lines as Rohan, so I'll ready to disrupt the cleric's spellcasting.
Okay. So what else had you dropped?
My Blood Tooth.
So he'll return.
Yeah. Yeah, so he already has returned back to your hand. Anything else?
No.
Okay. So this guy will move forward to attack you, Rohan.
Okay.
All right, but he has missed. So this giant fist swings. It's not really even close, and you can hear liquid sloshing around in there as it passes by. Fenrith.
All right, I will cast spell magic on that wall, the wind wall.
Okay. All right. 1d20 plus caster level. What does that get you?
That 13.
The DC is 11 plus the
Spells caster level.
caster level.
Ooh.
And that
Was
14. So you don't...
I was gonna say, could I do a hero point to re-roll it for knowing the outcome? But
Oh, yeah. Go ahead. Use one.
Oh,
Womp womp. All right.
it was destined to fail.
as would the +1 bonus from prayer count towards that roll? I guess.
What does it say? Is it just attacks?
It's attacks, damage, skill checks, and saves.
So no.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. All right. So that's your turn. So you try to break this spell, this wind blowing towards
Guess I
you,
gotta throw the laptop,
but it's
right?
it's too strong for you, and your efforts fail. Anything else?
Yield. I'm gonna yield.
Please don't hurt me.
That's all. A 5 foot over to there.
Okay. Rohan.
All right, so I can't. Okay, so first we'll do the entangled on.
Was it giant?
Yeah, the giant and the bugbear.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Go. All right.
All right.
So it looks like I got the giant again.
No, I'm showing the giant succeeded and the rest failed.
He succeeded. Okay, so yeah. Mm-hmm. So the bugbear is entangled. I will 5 foot step back and do a full attack on this one that's coming up. I have Wind Wall as one of my spells, so I probably recognize the effects of the Wind Wall that he cast.
Yeah.
And so I know that trying to fire an arrow through it's not going to be any use.
So what are you trying to do?
So instead I'm going to target the Blood Hulk Fighter 3 that's coming through, and I'm going to full attack it.
Okay.
Looks like all 3 hit.
Yep.
Okay. And super damage 1.
Okay. Yeah, so you just stick 3 arrows in it, and the gore splatters everywhere, and it rocks back a little bit, but it's still standing.
Okay. And that's the end of my turn. We'll move it on and hope that the Graham's magic missile can distract the bugbear.
Well, he also has to make a concentration check now.
Graham?
No, the
The bugbear. Yeah.
But it's fairly low.
For the entangled, or?
Yeah, 15.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, there's always that one.
Yeah, I'd be sure to fail multiple times.
Okay, so the bugbear casts a spell, and he did make his concentration, and he will try to dispel your entangle.
I was ready to
Go for it.
fire off.
So a second
Let's-
concentration.
Let's see if I can even get it to work. Here's the percentile.
Okay, it works as intended.
Here's the damage. So, according to what I have pulled up, it's 10 plus the damage dealt plus the level of the spell.
What's the level? That's a level 1, right?
No, the level
No,
of the spell
that
that
he's
he's casting.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. All right. So, I'll make a dispel check here. Let's see. What's your caster level for the entangle, Rohan?
5.
Yeah, 5.
Okay. That makes the DC a 16.
Yeah.
All right. So that works. Your spell is dispelled.
Okay. It served its purpose. It slowed the big guy from getting to us.
So you'll have to remove your own pointer there. I don't have the power unless I remove all of them.
I think we might be willing to compromise on that.
Casimir,
All
your
right.
turn.
-5 to add to my defense. John's thing will give me a +1, so only -4 on my attack roll, and I will full attack
Okay.
the Bone Claw, wielding my trident two-handed.
All right. So you've got 2 hits there.
All right. Did I say to my damage? I meant to my defense if I said to my damage. But yeah, that's my turn.
So when you slash into this guy, or pierce him, however you wield it, you can tell, because you felt it before, that that sort of damage is lessened against him, right? But you're still definitely doing damage to him. You're definitely having an effect on him.
Yeah. Well, my main hope is to keep him busy while the others deal with the caster. But yeah.
This giant stomps forward, and what do we have here? Fenrith. He recognizes you, so he will attack you, Fenrith, with his slam. So this giant fist comes barreling in towards you. Oh my god.
Oh.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and he hits you right on the very tip of your forehead, which bends your head back further than it should go.
Why is your forehead pointy, Fenrith? From praying?
Elf.
Ouch.
For 41 points of damage.
He's fine. He's still at about half. He's good.
What is the roll for massive damage?
50 on a medium creature.
So you're small, so that would make 40.
But I think is it one round or is it one attack?
One attack, I think.
okay.
All right. So
We could
this
change
guy,
that, though.
Yeah,
You could use the Constitution.
I'm actually fine with that if we were able to make, like, have more access to, like, a pool of characters.
Yeah. Brandon, my initiative needs to be updated to 12 now, I think. Sorry.
you should have said so sooner.
Well, I'll keep 15. It's
Yeah.
sort of game master's responsibility, too, I suppose.
Yeah, I guess.
Dude, don't push it. We're all going to end up on an anti-magic wall.
All right, so that other one, that Blood Hulk, that smaller one moves forward, no longer entangled. And neither is this one. And that will bring us to this Bone Claw. So it will do another full attack on you.
All right.
And you have what, one shadow left?
Yeah, so a 4. All right, so it's going to hit me.
Okay, both. So the first attack misses.
And then it will hit Shadow on the second attack.
All right, so yeah, this thing does two claw attacks at you and misses with the first, and then slices through the shadow with the other, and you can tell as you're looking at it while this happens that like this is not a mindless creature at all.
Yeah.
This is probably smarter than some of your friends, so it understands what has happened there. But that'll bring us to number 3 here. And it will continue its fixation on Rohan. And
What
so
did I ever do to it other than pepper it with arrows for the last several rounds?
I'll move up here to attack you. But it misses.
Wow.
And that brings us to Fenrith.
All right, I will turn undead again.
Okay.
What did you do to piss off the luck gods?
No, it's because I can't throw the dice away.
And you're level 10. So that's cleric's level -2. All right, go ahead and roll turning damage.
Wow.
Nice. So you could affect... Yeah, let's see. That one's 10. So cleric level minus... So that'd be 8. And let's see if any of these have hit die low enough to be affected by that. I don't think so. No. Right, so you pull out your holy symbol and you channel this power, and the light shines forth, but it hits that wind and is blown back into your eyes, blinding you. Anything else you want to do on your turn?
Nope.
5 foot step back.
Yeah, I'm all right.
I can't attack the big guy while he's on the other side of that wall.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Okay, Graham.
So I'll 5 foot back and sheathe Blood Tooth, and I will ready to disrupt spellcasting from the cleric again.
Okay. Rohan.
I will also 5 foot step back and can see if I
Rogue
can...
Ranger chicken.
Well, I keep hoping they'll go after you instead of me. Just kidding. Yeah, I'll try and full multi-shot the one that's been attacking me.
You declare your dodge, Travis?
I didn't, but I will at my next available free action. Thank you, Casimir.
All right, so all of those hit.
Okay. Let's see if this finally drops this one. I've been pumping arrows into it for a while.
It's going to get Fenrith all goopy.
Yeah.
And
39.
yeah, so you step back and you fire 3 more arrows and gore splattering everywhere. But it's still standing.
Wow.
Still moving forward.
All right. Yeah, that's my turn. Those things can absorb a lot of damage.
All right, so the Bugbear doesn't cast any. What did you ready for, Graham?
I ready to disrupt spellcasting
All right.
or spell-like abilities.
Yeah, it's not doing any of that. It reaches into a pouch and throws something. But we'll say no, it doesn't matter. So it reaches into its pouch and throws something. And as it leaves its hand, you can see a big globe of darkness moving towards you.
Would the wind wall mess with that?
Small objects, yeah.
No. Well,
If it'll deflect, I think
just
it
blows
specifically
one way.
says.
I think that wind wall just blows the one way, right?
I thought it blew upwards, which is why it deflected everything away.
Oh, you might be right. This might be a different 2 feet thick, roaring blast.
Well, it still might land where he's kind of aiming it. It's just going to first.
Yeah, big arc.
It might float there maybe for a bit. Then
Is that what the magic
Yeah, they are
missiles look like? They go
deflected upward.
Yeah.
So I'll just do a random roll to see where it lands. And then we'll do you. All right, so what we get is
You can throw Bloodtooth through it.
Is it heavy enough?
With a 30% miss chance.
you get that area is under darkness.
oh, nice, right on the edge.
And the bugbear then turns and moves away.
Did the wall of wind dissipate this round?
No, it'll last a while.
Okay.
Did it go away?
Mm-hmm.
I think
Yeah.
it's just blending. Oh, it did go away. Just pretend it's still there, for crying out loud. Use your imagination.
We can't anymore.
Yeah.
I think you can only have, each person can only do so many pointers.
Yeah.
So
But with the invention of
you know what I'll do?
Fantasy Grounds, we don't imagine anything anymore.
I guess if you want, I could put down a pointer.
No, I got something for it.
Okay. We're like mages in Shadowrun that rely too much on Foki.
Yep.
My brain is atrophied.
Or one of John's characters that's a potion addict.
I always picture Airplane thinking about his drinking, like Gore's drinking problem, and throwing it over his shoulder.
Yeah. He needed to invent a feat that allowed him to take 2 or more around.
Mm-hmm. That said, he starts chugging like on the way there. He's like pre-gaming.
And he's like, this one lasts 3 hours. I'll take it first.
Yeah, it's like what is it? He's the guy that shows up with like a 24 pack or something like that. You're like, oh, you brought beer, and he's like, no, this is for me.
Yeah.
There's darkness.
It's an interesting bubble effect.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, so there's darkness, and that wall is still there.
Just right in front of the giant.
Yeah.
He has one more space to the right. Because John moved back, so he would have to pass through.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it was on my right.
Yeah, there we go. Okay.
Perfect.
Good enough. And the cleric just turns and walks away, and that brings us to Casimir.
All right. -5 from my attack. Add it to my defense, and I will full attack this. And full attack.
Okay, both hit.
Alrighty.
All right, so 19 damage and 23 damage. Now you can tell you're starting to, it can't take much more.
All right. I'll implore him to join me, and together we can rule this subterranean cavern.
In this destructive conflict and bring order to the cavern.
Yeah. Anyway, that's my turn.
Okay.
Is that darkness or deeper darkness?
Just darkness.
All right.
So shadowy illumination. So 20, 50%. Can't remember.
20%, I believe. Yeah, 20% mischance. I was just making sure because I think on the edge of it, I don't get the mischance and he doesn't get a mischance.
Yeah.
I believe.
So Fenrith, this giant comes lumbering out of here, but it's just as susceptible to this as you, so it didn't know where you are. So what it's doing is attempting to overrun.
Good.
Like it's going to walk right over you. So it provokes an attack of opportunity from you, or you can avoid it if you want.
I think I might have a mischance, actually. So we'll do that here in a bit.
Which did you choose?
I'll take the attack.
Okay, roll your attack of opportunity. All right, that's a hit. And then an extra 1d6. Okay.
Plus one more point of damage from prayer.
Oh, yeah. All of mine
Okay.
would have had a +1, too.
All right, now we'll do his strength versus your strength or dex, whichever is better.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Should be a +2 onto that.
Oh, that would have won, but he's large and he gets a +4. All right, so you're prone, and it keeps moving on through to here. So,
Is that close enough for Graham to get an attack of opportunity? Well,
I put Blitties away, yeah.
yeah. So Fenrith's let me put it on there. Prone. That's his move, and that brings us to this one. And we'll step up and try to pummel you, Fenrith. But he misses. So really, he's just slamming into your armor, and it's not having any effect on you. And now we have Bone Claw, who's will disengage.
All right.
Yeah, so it takes off running without even a glance back. And that brings us to this Blood Hulk fighter here, who still will attack Rohan.
Why does he have prone on him?
It was an accident.
Oh, okay. I thought the giant ran him over, too.
He's crab crawling at you.
Wouldn't be the first time we've had enemies do that.
But his attack misses, and that brings us to Fenrith.
So I'll do another turn.
You're going to do a turn undead?
Turn undead, but I don't know why there's a +6 on there. Oh, it finally added the modifier that I added way back at the beginning. So that should just be an 8.
You got an 8 total, you say?
Yep. And then there's the other one.
And that be 9. 9 hit die. Then you add... All right, that'll do. All right, so it has no effect on the giant, but it does have an effect on this fighter that's standing over you. Okay?
And then I'll stand up.
Okay, but if you stand up, you provoke attacks of opportunity
Crawl into the darkness.
from every enemy on the map right now.
I believe that's still provoke attack.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's like full move or something to crawl, ain't it?
I'll just stay there.
You can crawl. Oh, yeah, that's
You
true.
can attack while prone.
Yeah, that's true.
I already used my attack action.
That's right.
I'll stay there.
Okay, Graham.
So I'm going to step back to relative safety and draw the obsidian wand from my bag.
Oh, dear God, no.
I'm going to hit Rohan with it before I go on my way to Fenrith.
Okay.
So let's see if it even happens. Past that one, here's the percentile on the tower.
All right. Works as intended.
Here you go, Rohan.
Yay.
That's it for me.
All right. 20 points of healing damage, Rohan. Now it's your turn.
I'm going to take a 5-foot step back, and instead of targeting the little one, I'm going to target the giant and do a full attack on him.
Okay.
Ouch.
Those
Did
all hit.
All right. I kept forgetting to... All right.
All right. It's 3 more arrows. Slam into it.
Yep.
And now it's just gushing this fluid everywhere. All over the front of it, all over the floor. So
That makes what? 6 arrows in the front of it and 3 in its back.
all right. Anything else?
That's all I can do.
Casimir.
You want me to kill Steel for or try to? Or Rohan?
As long as things die this round, I'm happy.
All right.
Things that aren't us.
Can you make it where I untarget the Bone Claw?
There you go.
Thank you. I'll move up to there. I'll -5 from my attack to add to my defense, and I will attack. What is that? The Blood Hulk.
Number 3. Okay.
Oh, I forgot to minus the 5.
That's a hit.
Oh, no, I minused it. Okay, yeah. All right. Oh, and that's my turn. Sorry.
That would be good. These things have an insane amount of hit points.
All right. So the giant will smash Fenrith into smithereens.
It's actually a possibility with how he's been rolling criticals.
But he misses. Does he miss?
Yeah, it's a plus something for him being prone, ain't it?
Yeah, why did the effect... Oh, I didn't set the duration. -4 to your AC, which would make it a 22.
Oh, yeah, barely.
Yeah, still a miss. Just
All
maybe you
right.
should lay down more often.
I like to think he just puts his shield over his chest and the...
Yeah.
All right, now let me do this right. All right, so this other Blood Hulk fighter will attack Fenrith. That's number 1. But it misses. It's just slamming against your armor. I mean, it's hitting you, but not in any dangerous place. He's gone. And this fighter will step forward to keep attacking Rohan. This one misses as well. And that brings us to Fenrith.
Gonna file a grievance for discrimination.
Maybe in its living life, it got feathered by archers and hates them.
Yeah, that might be how he ended up how he is.
All right. Use burning hands.
Okay. Yeah. So
All right. It's right there. So it's a reflex half.
Are you casting defensively?
Well, it's one of the abilities.
it's from his ring.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. As it looks like you'd put the reflex on this one as well, so should roll it, right?
Did you do the cast? If you have them targeted and you do the cast one, it should do it. Okay, there you go.
Okay.
All right, and you roll, and then roll damage again.
Okay. Did
All right.
it go for both?
Um,
Looks like it just did the
yeah,
giant.
it did. No, I got them both.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's it. That was the final bit of damage for that giant, and it just sort of melts into a puddle of rotten flesh onto the floor.
All right. Now I'll stand up.
Okay. Critical hit.
Didn't he run away? Wasn't he supposed to run away last turn? Because I turned him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, never mind then.
So he wouldn't take any damage from that one.
That's right. He'd be well gone by now.
Gonna save the critical, though, right? Always wanted a class that could do that.
Okay.
Save a critical.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So one enemy remains, Graham.
Assassins
Could
kind
you
of like
remove
that.
that prone
You
effect?
can study a target to improve your chances, can't you?
Oh, you outright kill him.
Oh, that's right.
I'm going to tumble away from the target next to Fenrith. And I'm going to try to use that wand on him. Here's the rolls for that.
Attack opportunity from me.
Wands don't provoke one.
Oh,
Okay.
they do.
Works as intended.
All right. I think I forgot to target you. Or did I?
It went down.
Yeah, it's
Okay. Just a bad roll. All right. That's it for me.
Okay, Rohan.
You know what? Let's try this one more time. See if I can take this guy down this time. Full volley of arrows.
All hit. That did it.
nice.
Finally, there's just more places for the innards to come out than keeping them in, and they spill out onto the floor. And once again, you're left in silence, except for the sound of a blowing wind right next to you. The battle is over, and that's where we'll stop for the day.
All right.
Thanks, Brandon.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks,
you.
man.
Thank you. This has been a Death Watch production. Thank you for listening.